We are in Chichen Itza, the legendary city of the Mayas. This is one of the best tourist sites when visiting Mexico, because it is packed with mysteries. Let's try and unveil some of them today.
They had balls made of rubber, somewhat heavy, 3 to 4 kilos. Kicking it fast was simply not an option.
I thought they just wanted to combine soccer and dance together, so they decided to play with their hips. That explains it. The ancient Maya knew how to have fun.
It was a kind of basketball where one team threw the ball into a stone hoop. Can you see it up there?
That one there?
Yes, exactly. That's the ring.
Wow, it's about 20 feet tall, while a modern basketball net is 10 feet high.
One team would throw the ball into this hoop. The other team would throw the ball into the opposite hoop, but with their hips. Right here.
No way. How is that possible?
True story. The hoop was so high.
Wow.
Usually the games lasted about 15 to 20 or maybe even 30 minutes.
It was all about motivation. There was a prize for the lucky winner. Do you know what it was? The one who won was sacrificed. That's unfair. Why didn't they sacrifice the captain of the losing team?
Well, what would you do for your friend's birthday? Would you buy them something expensive and of really good quality, or something cheap and of poor quality? What would you do?
Only the best for the gods. The Maya believed this was their golden ticket to heaven.
And here in the center stands the god of death to welcome the winner, as afterwards he journeys to the world of the gods.
Why were the Maya so bloodthirsty?
It's just how it was.
They were also pretty cunning.
In fact, many historians suggest that it was done to get rid of people who were making a claim for power, as members of the aristocracy were the only ones who played the game.
The Maya were an advanced civilization in ancient times, experiencing their heyday between the 7th and 10th centuries. They were astronomers, mathematicians, and architects who made a writing system, discovered chocolate, became famous for their pottery, and used anesthesia during operations. Maya translates to Union of the Elite. The Maya settled in the territories of modern El Salvador, Honduras, Belize, Guatemala, and Mexico. The city was founded by the Itza people around the 5th century. According to legend, the great and powerful Kukulkan, the feathered serpent, ruled here.
And there is the god Kukulkan.
Kukulkan, what an interesting name.
He was associated with the sun and with the universe. He is the patron god of Chichen Itza.
These are the Maya's musical instruments. What a great tool to scare your neighbors with. The roar of the jaguar. Chichen Itza has great acoustics. We're going to show you a trick. We have arrived at the most important pyramid, the Pyramid of Kukulkan, one of the new 7 wonders of the world.
The Maya had a sacred bird called a quetzal. It was small, 25 centimeters in length, green-colored, and it had a long, gorgeous tail. When there were festivals, several dozen of these birds were released from the top of the pyramid to fly around in a circle. And believe it or not, this structure imitates the sounds of the quetzal. We have to look over there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it won't sing. It's capricious, you see? So look over there and clap very loudly, okay?
Seriously? It sounds like a bird. You hear it.
Wow!
That's incredible. How does it work?
To make it sound that way, they calculated the height of the stairs to reflect the sound waves, so the acoustics would bounce off of them. If you move a couple of meters away, you're no longer able to hear it.
It really sounds like a bird. Incredible. Sound effects are not the only party trick. On March 21st, the spring equinox, the serpent, Kukulkan, crawls across the pyramid. Emilio, have you seen it yourself?
Yes, I have, several times. It's very cool. Here are the triangles, and little by little, you can see how they disappear. I'll zoom in. You see? There's the head of the snake, right there.
A play of light and shadows. The sun's rays rest on the steps in a certain way. The sun moves, and it's as though the steps are dimmed out. It looks like a snake is moving over the pyramid. Another form of entertainment amongst the ancient Maya were beauty contests.
This happened in many Mayan villages, and the most beautiful girls performed at these
What
events.
were the beauty standards of that time?
Being cross-eyed was deemed a thing of beauty. This was something attractive for their culture, and in addition to that, they wore ornaments on their heads. Those were people of royal blood, as a rule. They also wore helmets from birth, changed the shape of their skull so that it was elongated like a knob of corn, or a flat head was also attractive, especially in girls. If you look at the Maya national dances, girls dance with bottles on their heads because flat heads were considered to be beautiful amongst the Mayans.
No one knows exactly what happened to the Maya, nor why their numbers dwindled. It happened even before the Spaniards arrived. At some point, the Maya abandoned the cities and downshifted to agricultural communities. Mayas have not disappeared. There are close to 800,000 of them here in the Yucatan. Many of them live near Chichen Itza, like Santos.
Yes, we are descendants of the Maya also. I too, like my parents, follow the traditions, both in food, clothing, and in protecting our language. We pass it down from generation to generation because we're proud of our roots.
We distracted Santos from his work as he was carving a jaguar mask. Santos makes his own souvenirs and sells them here at a small stand. It used to be possible to climb the Kukulkan pyramid, but now the fine is $2,000. I was also told that you could enter this place at any time, but Emilio assures me security nowadays is very strict.
If you're Maya, you may have a chance. If you're not, you have no chance. All the guards are Maya.
So there's no way to climb the pyramid?
You'll have a hard time. I doubt that you could. Sorry.
Guys, we're going to explore a mysterious, enigmatic, and extraordinary cave. It is a small part of the enormous Sak Aktun cave system. Just imagine, its length is more than 300 kilometers. Exploration of the cave system began in 1987, and so far, roughly a mere 1% has been explored. I wouldn't want to get lost there. Get over here, it's beautiful. There is a cartoon about this cave, the Octonauts and Sak Aktun. We're going to be heroes who will bravely navigate the underwater rivers. Although...
I wasn't prepared for this trip. My camera's not waterproof.
Could this be it? Are we going to part ways? No, the Octonauts don't give up.
I'm gonna throw the backpack to you, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Success. This much beauty just leaves you speechless. It's like being in a gallery where the most talented sculptor has been at work. He even has his own piano. According to scientists, This cave is 65 million years old. A meteorite hit the Earth, creating cracks and holes that were filled with rainwater.
Think for a second, 1 centimeter equals 300 years. Just 1 centimeter.
No way.
Imagine how old this structure is.
You feel like a grain of sand in time. I really want to touch it, but we can't disturb the process. The drop falls and deposits a thin ring of calcite, then another, and thus a stalactite is formed. It is very fragile. It is dark and almost completely silent.
Listen. Not a single sound except the water and the dripping drops from the stalactites.
Neurobiologists say that even 15 minutes here is enough to reboot, relax, de-stress, and think more creatively. Stop. What is that?
Jaguar tracks.
A real jaguar? What if it's around here?
We teamed together with the scientists to track the movements of animals in the vicinity. So no need to worry. It's okay.
In total, there are close to 5,000 jaguars in Mexico, a significant increase from 10 years ago. Great news, because jaguars are endangered in Mexico. That's not all you'll see here, though.
These are small, very tiny tools that were used in Mayan times. I think they belong to hobbit-like creatures. They are called aluches. It sounds like a fairy tale, but I've seen them myself. I'm not crazy, just so you know.
Mario knows this cave like the back of his hand. A hand. Give me 5. So I have no reason not to believe him. It's no joke. The cave holds many mysteries. Cave paintings, pottery fragments, statues of native gods, and bones of ancient animals have been found here. Some artifacts are more than 15,000 years old.
Do you want to go first?
Sure, why not?
All right then. Ladies first.
Wakey, wakey. We're supposed to open our eyes and realize this was all just a dream.
Welcome to a new world, guys.
It's like we're in the movie Avatar. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life.
They're here. I can see them. The monkeys.
Wow, monkeys.
When I was young, I used to make the same sounds as them, and now I can still imitate them.
As them?
You're like Mowgli.
Kinda.
I admit it was a brilliant decision to go to the first store I came across, which happened to be a thrift store, and buy a swimsuit, both parts even, for something like only $10. Who cares what it costs, as long as it's to explore an absolutely mind-blowing, beautiful cave. You just need to be a yes person more often. The Day of the Dead Parade is an event that the people of Mexico City look forward to all year long. Everyone comes prepared with umbrellas, not to get sunburnt. They come 3 to 4 hours, way in advance, to get the best seats, so they can see something. We're a bit late, but we're trying to squeeze our way through to the front of the crowd right now. The parade is not an old tradition. In 2015, the James Bond movie, 007 Spectre, was released, and the scriptwriters wrote a plot for the movie, which took the agent to a carnival in honor of the Day of the Dead. The Mexicans loved the idea and now hold a carnival every year.
What's your name?
Rada, and you?
Rada. Oh, Jacobo. My name is Jacobo.
To participate in the parade, you had to sign up in advance and go to the rehearsals. So this time, we're just observing. Everyone is looking forward to the parade and getting ready. There are locals and foreigners, literally everyone. Ghosts?
No.
No.
Mummies.
Mummies. Mummies, right. Mummies, great. I like it.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Good move. Don't bother with the makeup. Wrap yourself in toilet paper and that's it. Dasha did such
Nice Katrina.
a good job on me that people are asking to take photos with me.
Thank you very much.
Here are some guys with mariachi costumes.
Thank you very much.
All the seats by the fence are taken. Dasha told me to get a stool. I try to approach, but everything is occupied. I've done it all. I've smiled. I've asked nicely, but nothing works. What do we do, guys? Katrina's charms don't seem to work. Well, it's pretty tight. Although... Hello. Is there a free spot? No? No. Oh well. I guess we're out of options.
They've been waiting so long for the carnival to start. They're already clapping for the garbage man.
It's starting. It's starting. I managed to squeeze in so at least I can see some of the parade now. But thanks to the guys in the first row who are recording with their phones, it's really not a bad view. But of course, it's through the screen, like you're watching the parade on TV. The shaman dance. I actually thought there would be more people in the parade and that they would march in a single column. But that wasn't the case. One small group has swapped for another. Here's the group starring the Katrinas. A skeleton vehicle. Check it out. We'll be in the front row by the end of the parade.
A simply incredible invention that comes in super handy for viewing public events.
Now that's who I should have made friends with. I'm already melting under the sun, but I don't want to leave, as I keep wondering who or what's going to come on next. It's cool. I wish there were more parades in the world, not military parades, but parades like this one. A triumph of imagination and creativity. Everyone is supercharged and super cheerful. It's great that we came to Mexico on the dates when they celebrate the Day of the Dead. Well, God, can I at least keep my own lashes? I'm less in pain, but more scared of ripping out my own lashes. The eyelashes are still in one piece. They can be used again. But I don't know where to go with them except to the Day of the Dead parade. Help me. Where could I go with lashes like these? Sweet. Almost. The people here in Mexico are really nice. We met Santos at Chichen Itza. We were very curious to see how the Mayans live now. And we practically forced ourselves on Santos, and he
Well, thank you very much.
kindly invited us to his home. Thank you very much.
I'm glad to have guests from Russia. It's nice that you came. Come into my house. This is my son. Hello. Say nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Jason Elian Mes Febles.
My name is Rada. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Aquí nosotros dormimos.
This is my humble home.
Y sí, aquí dormimos.
We sleep here when it's hot
Mucho calor.
because somehow it's cooler there.
Porque es fresquecito, entramos acá para dormir y
It's truly very modest. The walls are cardboard. Santos lives in the house with his son, wife, and mother. What do the indigenous Maya do now?
costurar.
Often sewing, embroidery.
I sew.
My mother makes these traditional dresses for the locals, and sometimes we sell them to tourists in Chichen Itza.
Vende o lo lleva en Chichena. Ella lo hizo.
It's beautiful.
Es bordado a mano.
She did it.
Lovely.
It's all hand embroidered.
Usaba el hipil,
My mother taught me embroidery.
usamos el hipil.
It's a work of art. And with the Maya, each pattern has its own meaning. They offered me a dress to try on. I can't miss such a chance. It's called a hipil, by the way, and features a simple rectangular cut. Embroidery is mandatory around the neck. The Maya say, if you wear a hipil, you're at the center of the universe. Traditional Mayan clothing is a source of inspiration for famous designers. Etro, Ralph Lauren, and Dior have released collections with Mexican motifs. A flowery comb for the hair. It's a complete transformation.
You look good.
It looks great. Very beautiful.
I agree.
I'll take a look. Amazing. If you don't inspect the embroidery patterns, this could be taken for a Slavic dress. I like it very much.
It suits you. Yes.
Thank you very much. I'd been told that the Maya were a closed and isolated people, but you see how friendly and welcoming they are.
Fantastic.
Truth be told, I'm pleasantly in shock. I mean, Santos and I met on an excursion to Chichen Itza. We talked a bit, and here I am now at his home, dressed in a native Mayan dress. I've already had a round of hugs.
Yes.
There are no words to describe how kind and hospitable you are. Santos suggested we stay for dinner, and what happened next genuinely left me in shock. What should I do?
Firewood should be placed on 3 sides.
Go around?
Here and here.
Are we really going to make a fire inside the house? I didn't realize what I was supposed to do, but it's an extremely interesting way to light a fire. And far from being safe, as combustion releases toxic and very noxious substances into the air, the smell is terribly potent.
It's starting to smell like plastic in here. It's smoking.
Con este, por ejemplo, esto que ves,
It's okay. We're also helping the house. We're protecting it from rot.
el guano.
There's not even a hole for the smoke to exit from. I guess people can get used to anything. I can't fathom how it's possible because we're so close to all the fashionable resorts. Cancun, Tulum. Tourists are told a lot about the Mayan culture. Hotels and restaurants exploit the image of indigenous people and earn millions, while the descendants of the Maya live in poverty, in huts, cooking their food on the fire and sleeping in hammocks. Staggering. Angela and Roxanne made some dough. We're gonna make tortillas.
This is how tortillas are made. Look.
The recipe is simple. Corn flour, a glass of water, and a little salt. Perfectly round, it certainly takes years of training. Something to aspire to. Like it? Now we have to set it on the griddle.
Come on, come on.
Better luck next time. I'll learn. Stas's attempt turned out somewhat better. No matter. The main thing is not to give up.
Yeah.
I'm still practicing. Give me more time. Yeah. Seems everyone here realized I'm not a culinary guru, but no one gave me a bad look. Everyone supported me. So nice of them.
Very well done.
Rada, that's your second go. It looks so good.
Yeah, you did it. Yes.
Thank you, but I was still a long shot from Angela and Roxanne.
There it is. Very good. Yes, good.
We're having pasta and zucchini soup for dinner. Something traditional from this place, along with the tortillas we all made together. Do you want some? What's going on?
They're waiting for you to try it. They're waiting. Go ahead.
Okay.
Did you like it? Is it good?
Yes,
Yes.
sure. What else is there to say when you realize they've shared with you the very best of what they have at home? To tell you the truth, it's hard to call it a soup, and albeit made with love, without sauces or toppings, the corn tortilla doesn't have any flavor at all. But I'll remember this dinner for a long time. It was generously seasoned with the hospitality and welcoming hearts of these wonderful people. Thank you very much.
Sure, you're welcome. Thank you.
Barrel organists are a token site in the capital. They are a reminder that we are in Mexico, not Europe. And with these buildings, it's just so easy to get confused. He's trying hard to get a good picture of her. All women are the same, no matter our age, no matter where in the world. We all want good pictures of us. And dresses, and handbags. In one of the central streets, there are rows of stores with evening dresses. Who buys them?
You won't see them on the street. Mexican women are practically always in some trousers and jeans, pants, and so on. But believe me, every one of them has at least a dozen of dresses like that in her closet at home. Where do they wear them? You remember Mexican families are very big, right? Every person has a birthday once a year. Then you have weddings, baptisms, and so on. So almost every weekend in a typical Mexican family is an occasion to celebrate.
Now these are what I call boots.
It's inappropriate to wear the same dress and be seen in it twice by the same relatives.
I don't have as many social outings as the Mexican girls, so I won't buy an evening dress. But the casual looks from contemporary Latin American designers are really something.
People in Europe choose more neutral colors, brown, beige.
Bone color. So
We love color. We love life.
this like handbag.
Here are some great designer picks.
Wonderful designers.
This is an axolotl. It can be seen in Xochimilco Lake in Mexico.
Like almost extinct, and we take care of it in Xochimilco. It's on the rivers in Mexico.
It's on the banknotes, right?
Yes, that's right.
Pink one, so
Its pink color makes it attractive. Here we have some Colombian pieces too.
Look how cool this ring is. The axolotl looks like a small dragon with a Mona Lisa-like smile. Legend tells that it's a Native American fire god disguised as an amphibian. They arrived in Europe from Mexico at the end of the 19th century, and Europeans began to breed them. They breed easily in captivity, but are almost extinct in the wild. What do you recommend?
I love this dress. It's a Peruvian design. It is elegant and has an open back. It's simple and versatile.
Open.
You can wear it to the beach.
And I will wear it definitely for the beach.
I feel it's too much.
You should
You have to show off your body.
your body.
I'll think about it.
You should try this type
This is a typical Mexican dress.
of
I want you to try it on.
Mexican dress. During
For a trip to a small town like Oaxaca, it's perfect.
when you wear that.
The locals will take me for one of their own. It's a light, natural, and very simple dress. But how about this one?
I really love it.
Tacos are not forgiving on this dress. How does a dress like this go hand in hand with good food in Mexico City? Girls in Mexico have no complexes about their figure. They are positive and self-confident. Calorific food and Coke are a common diet here. People simply adore sweet drinks.
In 2008, Mexicans surpassed the United States in terms of childhood obesity levels. The country took special measures to teach the locals how to exercise properly.
Mexico has problems in its population with consumption of fast food and sweet beverages.
Of course.
You have to motivate them somehow. How?
How they motivate them. Mexicans really like to socialize. They like big groups of people, so they started doing dances for them. Fitness classes in the main street intersections. So they'd come and start doing it all together.
Did it help?
No, it didn't.
Guys, I'm in love with this designer coat. Now this is Mexico. This is style, fashion, baby.
Guys, we've been in the store for 2 hours. I'll just try on one dress, she said.
Don't complain. That's enough of that. You know, I have it much harder than you. I'm not able to make a choice. The store was already closing and we had to leave. 3 hours have passed, right? I bought some earrings. These ones, for casual wear. I guess they can be a beautiful memento of Mexico and Mexico City. I don't think any bodacious rock star has ever dared to do this. A concert in a cemetery. It's a bit surreal for us. But in Mexico, it's totally normal. On the Day of the Dead, dinners and even parties are held in cemeteries. Those kids there are listening to rap music on a grave.
Hello.
Hello.
Everyone is smiling and having fun. Is this a cemetery or what? The Day of the Dead is the main Mexican festival, so ancient and original that UNESCO has declared it intangible cultural heritage. It is believed that the souls of the dead return home on this day.
Yes, my relatives are sadly no longer alive. But it's a blessing to know that once a year I can reunite with them.
The main flower of the holiday is the marigold. They're everywhere. They look like rays of sunshine and help the dead find their way out of the other world. The aroma of bread baked the day before also shows the way. It is called pan de muerto, bread of the dead. All kinds of delicacies are left on the graves.
We lit the incense my brother liked.
And look how they decorate the tombs. They look like Christmas trees.
Everything is covered with shiny decorations and paper lanterns. Look at this, you guys. It's like everything is really set up for a New Year's Eve party, only this is actually a man's grave.
It is startling, frightening, and at the same time, touching to the core. It is believed that the forgotten dead are gone forever. This idea, along with the Mexican flair, was conveyed by the creators of the Oscar-winning animation Coco. First, the Mexicans go to the cemetery and then to the city center, where the fun goes on. I guess impressionable people should stay home, because you might run into these characters in the Zocalo Square. You won't even see them in your nightmares. Jeez. As they say, always put things in perspective. Look at this. I'm surrounded by some pretty boys. Unique footage. The police are being bribed. Mexican revolutionary hero Pancho Villa is watching it all. The revolution began in 1910 with the revolt against the dictator Porfirio Diaz and ended in 1917 with the adoption of a democratic constitution. Pancho Villa led the revolution in the north, going from a simple laborer to a general. He fought in battles and was often seen on horseback, hence his nickname Centaur of the North. The whole point of this is to just look at each other's outfits. That's basically what happens. There's no show, no central performance. Everyone puts on a cool costume and enjoys one another's vibe.
1, 2, 3, let's go. I see you staring, but don't want no smoke. I hear you talking, but I'm here for the show. Don't get it twisted, baby, I snatch souls. If you murder, she roll. 1, 2, 3, let's go. I see you staring, but don't want no smoke.
So, it used to be the case that, according to the official labor code, Mexicans would only have 5 vacation days per year.
Only 5 days off?
That's right. Now they have passed an amendment and will have at least 14 days off.
I definitely don't envy them there. We still have a standard 1 month of vacation per year.
What's more, they work several years to save up for a proper vacation. I mean, where can you go when you have 5 vacation days a year? The only thing you have time to do is catch up on sleep.
The country? Where do the people of Mexico City spend their weekends? We'll show you. The place is called Valle de Bravo, about 2 hours from Mexico City. The inhabitants of the capital simply love it, so they book their hotels well in advance, especially during national holidays. I'm simply overwhelmed with emotions. I can't hold them inside. So I'm going to scream again. A water reserve was built here in the late 1940s, and now it's a favorite spot for yachting and kite surfing. It also hosts international paragliding competitions. So, check out what's in store for me. Seeing the city from high above doesn't sound like a bad idea. Holy cow, there's a cliff in front of me. I'm trying to pretend I'm not afraid, but I'm terrified. There's no turning back now. Onwards and upwards. We're flying. Okay. The view is staggering, and once you've screwed your head back on, you can look around, and you see that it's breathtaking. No wonder the people of Mexico City love this place so much. By the way, this is where the actress Eva Longoria and Jose Antonio Baston got married. Oh my. Mexico is without a doubt an absolutely incredible country. There's so much natural diversity. You have pine forests, lakes, rivers, whatever you like. You won't get bored here for sure. You have so many states and just do whatever you want. Whatever you like.
It's okay. You're all right.
2 oceans and... Feels like we're getting higher still. We're flying over some beautiful houses, and they have swimming pools. Where's your house?
It's over there. It's by the church. The orange one.
Over there, by the church. Nice location.
Yeah.
Guys, do you see the old church there? They say that's where the Black Christ is, and people come from all over to ask him for a miracle. I'm also praying for a miracle, that everything ends okay, and we have a soft landing. Oh God. Looks like we're descending. Jesus. Yes.
Okay, that's it.
Whoa. The final gust.
Okay. Thank you so much. Really, it was amazing.
Now I can tell you for sure that was awesome. It was so cool. For sure, the view from above is staggering. It's one thing to drive and see something from an observation point, but it's a whole other ballgame when you're paragliding. I think it's still worth taking a walk to visit the Black Christ to thank him, just in case. In the 1970s, there was a big rock festival here. Hippies came from all over the country. Some, it seems, decided to stay here, at the Church of Santa Maria Ahuacatlan.
There are many Black Christs in Mexico, all of them different. All the local folk believe in them. This particular Black Christ was said to have been inside the church when it was struck by lightning. He was said aflame, but didn't burn. He was only covered in black.
Is there any confirmation that miracles really happen?
The more you believe, the more miracles happen.
I just have to ask, right?
Yeah, of course.
Just ask. Stas, this is an intimate moment.
Did you ask him for money or a fiancé?
I'm not saying.
Else it won't come true.
For sure. You can't tell. I'll tell you later, if it comes true.
The city wakes up very early.
What time is early?
At 4:30, there might already be some traffic.
4:30?
4:30 in the morning, Mexicans get up very early because they have a wonderful tradition of bathing in the morning.
Right.
They get up, and bathing is a must. Men, if you notice around, all their hair is covered in gel, so they put gel on their wet hair and use a comb to style it. Now, all of that takes time. Naturally, people who don't live in the city, but in the suburbs, are the earliest risers. To get to work, they will need 1.5 to 2 hours. Imagine how early they must get up to get to work for 8 a.m.
Well, I won't complain about not having time in the morning to do my makeup and hair ever again. Oh God, well...
So yeah.
Mexicans set the example. Mexican men, what are they like?
What are they like?
There are a lot of handsome guys in Mexico City.
They can promise you a lot of things. They'll wholeheartedly believe they'll deliver, but the next day, all those words will have vanished.
Yes.
It's very hard to find a genuine Mexican man who can hold to his word, as should be the case. So don't let them flatter you. Don't fall for it.
Are they all so uncommitted?
Almost all of them. Besides that, for many years here, there was this thing that's known as machismo. So men beat up their girlfriends or wives quite a lot.
Really? Even now?
Even now.
In the modern world?
There's a special body which a woman can turn to for help if this happens to her.
Do a lot of them ask for help?
I suppose foreign women do. Mexican women are used to tolerating it. If he hits you, he loves you. You know that saying? Well, it's more or less the same here.
In Mexico, you hear a phrase like this: Calladita, te ves más bonita. When you are silent, you look prettier. The best description of machismo. The official website of the Mexican government lists its main mandates and urges women not to tolerate it. Not to tolerate being offended, let alone beaten. The problem exists not only in Mexico, but the statistics are frightening. Every day, 340 women are victims of violence, while 10 are murdered. Periodically, Mexican women stage protests to draw attention to the problem. Former world boxing champion Mary La Explosiva Villalobos has launched a series of free self-defense classes for women. And the Chihuahua city government passed a law in July banning any kind of song that's seen to be promoting violence. Mexico City is really transforming. 13 million tourists come here every year, and this number is growing. But there's one serious problem we have to warn you about now: security.
Here, everything is very zoned. That is, in the historical center, there is a part of the center where you can walk around quite safely, and there are a lot of policemen standing around. And there is another part where you can be robbed, literally in broad daylight with a gun, and they can come up to you and take whatever they want.
Scary stuff. We should make some kind of map for tourists where you can and where you can't go.
No, unfortunately, there is no such map. And there are no signs in the historic center either. Basically, you have to rely on your gut feeling.
Mexico is so big and so different that in 2 weeks we've had time to see only a small part of it. There's so much to see here. It's a country that cannot be covered in one video. All the better, as that means we have a reason to come back here.